जी मौला
सानू एक पल चैन ना आवे
जावे कि सैयद मोहम्मद अब्दुल्ला शाह कादरी उर्फ बुल्ले शाह यकीन जहान
Namaskar. I, Richa Jain, welcome you all to our very special classes on Kathak. These are being organized by Roots to Roots in association with Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Government of India. We will be conducting these classes every Wednesday and Saturday at 1:30 p.m. IST or 8 a.m. GMT. Well, ladies and gentlemen and my dear friends who are connecting with all of us from all over the world, I extend my warm welcome to each one of you. Today, we talk of our country India and specifically of our classical dance form Kathak. As you all know that India is a land of cultural diversities. We have innumerable folk dance and music forms, and we have 8 classical dance forms. I will introduce all the 8 classical dance forms to you, as you can see on your screens through our PowerPoint presentation. The classical dance forms of India are Bharatnatyam from the state of Tamil Nadu, Kathak from northern India and specifically from Uttar Pradesh, Kathakali from the state of Kerala, Kuchipudi from the state of Andhra Pradesh, Manipuri from the state of Manipur, Mohiniyattam again from the state of Kerala, and Odissi from the state of Odisha, and the last but not the least we have Satriya from the state of Assam. So these are our 8 classical dance forms, and today we focus all our attention on Kathak. Can I have the next slide please? As you can see, my dear friends, that it is indeed a very beautiful dance form with its grace, its dignity, its beautiful colors and its rich repertoire. Kathak is one of the most prominent and most popular classical dances of India. Before we start with these classes of Kathak, I would like to give you a brief history of the dance form. So let's start with a little brief history of Kathak. Next slide, please. Kathak originated from the term Katha, which means a story. In fact, the tradition of storytelling can be traced back to the Vedic times, or as we may call, the times of ancient India. During those times, the Kathavachaks, can I have the previous slide please? During those times, the Kathavachaks, as you can see on your screens, they were storytellers and they were called Kathavachaks. They would recite stories from the epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana, and while they recited these stories, they simultaneously sang and danced on it. This was an oral tradition which was passed from one generation to the next, and it was only performed by male dancers. In those times, women were forbidden from dancing, singing, and reciting the stories. They were known by different names. They were called Kathak, Kahoob, Kathik, or Kushilav. As times passed and we enter the medieval times, the next slide please. We enter the medieval times, and during those times we had the Muslim rulers coming to India. Because of a change in the political scenario, there was a change in the cultural scenario as well. Initially, in the ancient times, the main aim of Kathak was devotion and worship to the Almighty, and they were given patronage by the Hindu kings. But when the political scenario changed and we had the Muslim rulers coming to our country, the Kathak dancers or the Kathakars or the storytellers now had to perform in the courts of the Mughal emperors. The objective and the aim changed from worship to entertainment. It was amusement and entertainment for the Muslim rulers. Also, the male-dominated Kathavachan Parampara or Kathak of the ancient times now became more female-oriented, meaning that in the courts of the rulers we had more female dancers presenting their performances of Kathak. It is important to state that during the Mughal era or the Muslim times or the times of the Muslim emperors, Kathak expanded many folds and it imbibed in itself several changes. Great transformations happened, and from a storytelling tradition, it developed and solidified into a proper and beautiful classical dance form. In 1947, our great country India got its independence. Post-independence, can I have the next slide please? Post-independence, our country gave all the respect and dignity to its folk dance forms and the classical dance forms, and Kathak too regained its respect. Post-independence, as we may say during the current times, Kathak again has gone through major transformations. Earlier, Kathak was a solo dance tradition, and now we have solo presentations as well as group presentations. In earlier times, we only had accompaniment live accompaniment by musicians. We had the dancer at the center of the stage and the musicians were seated on her right. So the dancer always used to dance on live music accompaniment. But with changing times, we now have recorded music as well. There have been several innovations, experimentations that have been happening in Kathak, and Kathak has been exploring literature not only within the boundaries of India but world over. For example, in earlier times we used to have literature from the great poets such as Kabir Das, Surdas, Purandar Das, Maluk Das, Meera, and we also had poems or prose written by the great Sufi poets such as Baba Bulle Shah and Rumi. And now that we have such beautiful times where things have become, internationally we are exploring, Kathak dancers are exploring, we have also been experimenting with Shakespeare plays. In fact, something like Romeo and Juliet through the medium of Kathak. And Kathak, ladies and gentlemen, has been such a dance form, such a flexible dance form, that it has opened its arms and welcomed all the changes. It has been able to imbibe and expand. So it is an ever expanding, ever growing, and ever beautiful classical dance form. So this is a brief history. Can I have the next slides, please? So you can see on your screens that this is a Sufi presentation that you can see. It's a group presentation. And the next one, please. This is also a fusion which was done, and these are different choreographies and innovations and experimentations in Kathak. So this is a little brief about the history of Kathak. Well, now I'm sure you want to know that India, since it has about 8 classical dance forms, how do I recognize and how do I pinpoint that this is Kathak, and how is it different from the rest 7? Can I have the next slide, please? So the question is, how to distinguish Kathak from other classical dance forms? Well, the first way of doing it is through the costume and the jewelry. The one that I am wearing today, that in itself establishes the identity of Kathak dance. And the second way is the basic elements of Kathak. I will be expanding and elaborating more on that. Can I have the next slide, please? As you can see on the screens, ladies and gentlemen, the costume of Kathak for women is of 2 types. The one that you see on your screens is a lehenga, choli, and a dupatta. A lehenga is a long skirt, as you can see. The blouse is the upper top, and the dupatta means a veil. We generally don't cover the face with a veil, but we wear it over our head. Just the way I am wearing it today, it's a mark of respect. The second dress or costume that the women wear is the angarkha. The next slide, please. The next slide shows you that the dancer is wearing an angarkha. As you can see, angarkha is a long dress again, but it is a little above, it is a little below the knee length, not touching the ankles exactly, but a little below the knee length, and the dancer is wearing a churidar pajama just below her costume. Also, she is wearing a dupatta or a veil over her head. So that's the costume of the female dancers. Let's move on to the costume of the male dancers. Can I have the next slide? That is the costume of a male dancer. The male dancer is wearing a kurta, which is a top a little longer to more than the waist length, and a dhoti, which is the lower that you can see, and the male dancer is also wearing a patka. A patka is again a cloth which is tied around the waist to give a little curve or better presentation of the costume. So there is the dhoti kurta and the patka. The next costume that the males also wear is an angarkha. Next slide please. As you can see, this artist is one of the most renowned artists of India, Pandit Rajendra Gangani ji. So as you can see on your screens, he is wearing a kurta which is kind of an angarkha, and of course a chudidar pajama, which is again the lower. A kurta is the top, of course a little almost at the knee length, and the chudidar pajama is the lower, and again he is wearing a patka, which is the cloth wrapped around the waist. So that is the costume of Kathak dancers, and these costumes, the change in costumes happened during the changes that happened during these particular times. Like in the ancient period or the Vedic times, we had the males wearing a dhoti kurta, but as the times changed, the males and the females during the Mughal era started wearing angarkhas. They always would cover their head or with a veil or with a cap or a topi as we call it. So that was again a mark of respect for the king. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the costume, the first way we can recognize how Kathak looks like. Okay. The second way, as I mentioned, is through the basic elements of Kathak. Can I have the next slide please? The basic elements of Kathak are footwork, which we call tatkar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, footwork is common of course to all dance forms, be it Indian or be it of any other country. But in Kathak, we have an exclusive segment which is particularly for footwork. I'm sure my friends know of the dance forms of flamenco from Spain and tap dancing from United States. It is very similar to these two dances. The footwork of Kathak resembles the tap dance of United States, which emerged in the 19th century. Just the way tap dancers play or create beautiful rhythmic patterns through their tap shoes, we Kathak dancers create beautiful rhythmic patterns through our ankle bells. So that's the only difference. So footwork in Kathak, I will of course be teaching you and elaborating more on it. So footwork in Kathak is done not wearing shoes the way I'm not wearing today. We don't wear shoes to our stage, but we do it with the ankle bells. As I would request my team to zoom please. These are the ankle bells that I'm wearing today, ladies and gentlemen, and in Kathak, we produce different rhythm sounds through the ankle bells. So I am wearing about 100 of them in each leg. I'm wearing about 100 of them in each leg, and it can extend to about 200 per leg. The minimum is about 50 in each leg. So ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, in tap dancing, it is creating rhythm patterns through the tap shoes, and in Kathak, it is creating beautiful rhythmic patterns through the ankle bells. All right, so now the next element of Kathak, which helps us to distinguish Kathak from the other dance forms, is the spins. Now spins, I'm sure you know of the spins. Spins means taking a turn. I'm sure you must have seen the ballet dancers and the ones who do ice skating. They take twirls almost in air. Well, that's magnificent, and we do something similar to that, but we do it on the ground. The only difference is that in the Western countries, the spins are taken from the right side, but in Kathak, we take spins from the left side. And the third most important feature of Kathak is that it is always done in a standing position. We do not have knee bends in Kathak. Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi, Kathakali, Mohiniyattam and Satriya, all these dance forms, and Kuchipudi of course, these all dance forms have little knee bends and the knees are bending outwards towards the sides. But in Kathak we have straight body. We always perform without knee bends. So I will just show you some slides so you get a rough idea about what footwork is, what spins are, and what a standing position is. Can I request the team to have the next slide, please? This is actually while taking a spin, but also presenting tatkar or footwork. When we do footwork, we use the heel, the toe, the entire foot, and by these permutations and combinations, we produce different rhythm patterns. The next slide, please. Our spins or the turns that I was talking about look somewhat like this, as you can see on your screens. And of course, we have our lehenga or the long skirt that I'm wearing with so many flares. So it actually looks very beautiful. So that's how we take our spins, and as I mentioned, it is always from the left side. All right, can I have the next slide, please? And here we have the standing position in Kathak. As I mentioned, we always have our knees straight. We do not have knee bends. That's the way we usually perform in the entire performance that we have of Kathak. So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the first segment of our class, which was a brief history of our beautiful dance form Kathak and the basic elements that distinguish Kathak from the rest 7 classical dance forms of India. If I may ask, if anyone has any query or if anybody wants to know something, you can please proceed and ask me. All right, friends, let's move on to the next segment. In our tradition, whenever we start our dance, we always do a particular prayer which we call the Bhumi Pranam or Namaskar in Kathak. Friends, if you have any query, any doubt, anything you want to know, you can always ask me. Please let me know, all right? Okay, so as I mentioned that in our tradition, in our Sanskriti as we call it, we always have a short prayer which we always do before starting our dance. I will be teaching you with the Bhumi Pranam, or which is also called the Namaskar in Kathak. The reason why we do it is it's a way of apologizing to Mother Earth, because when we are dancing, we are stamping hard on the floor, on Mother Earth. So it's a way of apologizing and seeking permission from her. The second reason for doing a Bhumi Pujan or a Bhumi Pranam or a Kathak Namaskar is that we invite the blessings of Almighty to start something as beautiful as this. Kathak or any dance form or any classical dance form, my dear friends, is an ocean in itself. It is learning, it's a learning forever. So with such great knowledge, and if we really need to explore the depths of these classical dance forms, we really need His help, the Almighty's help, and the blessings of our teachers or gurus as we call them. So right now I will be teaching you how to do a Bhumi Pranam or a Namaskar in Kathak. And I will be really happy if all of you can do it with me. Can I request all of you to please switch on your cameras so that I am here in Delhi and I can see all my lovely people. Can I request all of you to please switch on your cameras, and we are all going to do Bhumi Pranam together. Can I request all of you to stand up, and we are just going to start the Bhumi Pranam. All right. So when we do Bhumi Pranam, the first position that we do is I am raising both my hands towards my left. So it is like this. I'm raising my hands. Can I have all of you doing this? This we do because we are inviting blessings from the Almighty. All right. So what we do is I'm going to invite blessings, and then I sit on the ground like this. I will be touching the ground, and when I stand up, I am going to turn my hands like this and do a pranam. Ladies and gentlemen, in India, this is pranam. This is what we call pranam or a namaskar. So this is the way of greeting. This is a way of giving respect to our gurus, to the Almighty, and to the audience seated right in front of us. So can we have everybody doing it again? So what we do is we are going to start with the left side. Can we have everybody their hands on the left? Yes. And then we go down on my toes. I go down like this. I touch the ground. And then when I stand up, I'm going to turn my hands like this. And then I do this pranam. And while I'm doing it, I stamp my right foot like this. I hope it's clear, or if it is not, I will be doing it again. Kindly let me know, my dear friends. It is always interesting if the class is more interactive. Anyone has any doubt anywhere? You can raise your hands, and when we call out your name, you can unmute yourself and speak to us. Yes, please.
Ma'am, how does the sitting position work? So you take the hand and then it comes down.
Yes, yes,
and
absolutely.
when you sit, you
Yes.
Turn your hands this way, and
Yes.
then you bend your right leg, is it?
Yes, I am bending my right leg. I'll just let you know how the seating position is. When I am taking, I'll just tell you the legs, how I am placing my legs, all right? So when I'm sitting, I'm seated like this. I'm taking my right foot ahead and I'm sitting on my toes, all right? I'm sitting on my toe, all right? And I'm resting my left knee on the ground, okay? But the body is straight. The body is not going to go like this. The body remains straight, and I just do this, and I'm going to be steady. I will not be stooping down, okay? So the leg position is I'm sitting on the left toe, on the right toe, and resting the left knee on the ground. I will say it again. I'm sitting on, my body weight is on my right toe, and the left knee is touching the ground, all right? And when I'm done this, I'm going to stand up like this and turn my hand and bring it like this. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? My dear friend, is it clear? Can I have you again, once again, if it's clear?
Yes,
Yes,
it's very
yes,
clear.
yes.
All right. Okay, so that is the Bhumi Pranam or the Namaskar in Kathak, which we are going to do while we begin the class and also when we end the class. Okay. So, now that we have invited and imbibed the blessings from Almighty, let's start with the basic lesson in Kathak. Well, dance, rather any dance for that matter, is based on rhythm. Now, if I may ask you, what does rhythm mean to you? Yes, my dear friends, would any of you like to tell me what does rhythm mean to you? You can raise your hands, and when I call out your name, you can unmute yourself. Yes, my dear friends, rhythm. All right. Let me give you a very beautiful definition to rhythm. The biggest example of rhythm to say is rhythm is life. And why did I say that? The basic reason is that, the rhythm that we actually talk about is within ourselves, within a human body, or rather the basis for survival. You know why I said that? My dear friends, it's the heart. We never say the heart is pumping blood, though the main aim of the heart is to pump blood. We always say that it is the heart beat. So, the biggest example of rhythm is the heartbeat that we all can feel. So, it is from this that the concept of rhythm starts. Another very important example of rhythm is the clock that we see every day. It is always ticking. 1 hour has 60 minutes and 1 minute always has 60 seconds. It is always in the correct timing. Similarly, we have the earth circulating, rather rotating in 24 hours. We never have had the 25th hour. And the revolution around the sun is 365 1/4 days. So actually, as you can see, rhythm is all around us, and it is the basis of survival, not only on earth but the universe. So the concept of rhythm has been created by God himself. But how do we, pull it down in dance and music and while playing instruments? How do we do it? What we do is that we limit the number of these rhythm patterns in countings. As I mentioned, rhythm actually means the time gap between two sounds is equal, which means that if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, so the time difference between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4 is same. This is how rhythm will form. But if I am doing 1, 2, 3, 4, now this is not rhythm, because the time interval between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4 was not the same. So rhythm forms when we have equal time interval between the beats. So as I mentioned, for the purpose of dance and music, we limit the number of beats according to the number of countings. So my lovely dear friends, Kathak has a 16 beat pattern which we call the Teen Tal. That's the name given to the 16 beat pattern, and this rhythm pattern is one of the most important ones. In fact, Kathak has innumerable number of patterns with different names, like 16 beat pattern is called Teen Tal, 6 beat pattern is called Dadra, 8 beat pattern is called Keherwa, 12 beat pattern is called Ek Tal, 14 beat pattern is called Dhamar. So we have different names according to the number of beats. Alright. So today I will be teaching you how to execute the 16 beat pattern of Teen Tal through our footwork. So what we do is that we are going to divide 16 in 4 parts, and each part will be having 4 beats. So the beat pattern goes like this. May I request my accompanying artist Muhammad Ali ji to please accompany me. So we go 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 1. So that's how we are placing our counts in this 16 beat rhythm pattern. Because it is 16 beats, after the 16 beat I am coming back to number 1. Alright. It is similar to a necklace which has 16 beads or 16 pearls, if you are assuming like that. So if I have a neck piece, the one that I am wearing, and it has 16 beads or pearls in it, so I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And after the 16th, I come back to the first one. Alright. And whenever we come back to the first one, we call it the sum. Okay. So now I will be teaching you how to execute these 16 beats through our footwork. As I mentioned, we will be dividing it into 4 parts. We are going to start with our right leg. Alright. We start with the right leg. So it's right, left, right and left. That's the first 4 beats. Now wherever I finish the 4th beat, I am going to start 1 with the same leg. Meaning if I finish my first 4th beat on the left leg, I will be starting the next first beat from the left leg. Then I finish the 4th beat on the right leg, and I start the first beat again with the right leg, and again I am going to finish the next 4th beat on the left leg, and I start again from the left leg, the first one, and finish on the right. So I know it's a little confusing, but I'm sure we will be able to do it. So my dear friends, can I have all of you doing it with me? So how do we do it? Can I have request our team to zoom in, please? So starting with the right leg, friends, we always place our feet in a V position. Like, I'm never going to place my feet apart. They are also not going to be too much together, because then my ankle bells will get entangled. So it is at a safe distance and it is in V shape, as you can see. Alright. This gives my legs a beautiful look and also a graceful outlook or graceful execution to my entire performance. Okay, so feet are not apart, they are together but in a V shape, as you can see. So starting with the right leg, I go right, 2, 3, 4. Now I have finished the 4th beat on my left leg. So I start the next first beat from the left leg. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the fourth beat has finished on the right leg. So the next first beat starts from the right leg. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the fourth beat has finished on the left leg. So again the next first beat I am going to start with my left leg. So it goes left, 2, 3, 4. So I will be doing it again for all of you. So now it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Alright, as I mentioned, we are always going to finish on the first beat, which is the sum. So let's do it again, and this time I will be saying right and left so that it becomes easier for all my friends. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, start. Go. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. Again, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, and right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, and right. So this is how we do the basic footwork, the 16-beat pattern executed through feet. Anyone has any doubts, friends, you can ask me. Please raise your hands and you can unmute yourselves. Yes, my lovely friends. Anyone has any doubt? Kindly unmute yourselves. Yes, please. Yes, my dear friend, please go ahead. Yes, my friend, please carry on. Yes, please, tell me. Kindly, you can physically raise your hand and we will get to know, our team will get to know and they will Zoom. Yes, my dear friends, anyone has any doubt? All right, okay. So, right, so as I mentioned, we are going to once again do it, and I request all of you to do it with me while we play the instrument. Now, I would also like to tell you that the instrument with me today is the tabla. Tabla is a percussion instrument which is used for accompaniment in Kathak. All the syllables that we play on the tabla, those are the syllables we dance on, okay? So this is what we have. It's a set of 2 drums, the left side and the right side, as you can see on your screens, and we have our great Muhammad Ali ji with us playing the tabla. This too requires a lot of practice. All right, so can we do it with the tabla again? Can I have all of you doing it with me? And just in case you face any doubt or any problem, please ask me, friends. All right, let's start. 1, 2, 3, and start. Right, 2, 3, 4, and left, 2, 3, 4, and right, 2, 3, 4, and left, 2, 3, 4, again right, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4, and right, 2, 3, 4, and left, 2, 3, 4, and right. Okay. So this is the basic pattern of how we do a 16 beat through our feet. And my dear friends, we have syllables to it. Now what are syllables? Syllables are certain terms or phrases or words which we specifically use for the purpose of dance. When we talk of teen tal, the syllable of these 16 beats is dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha. Alright, so these are the syllables that are played in teen tal on the tabla. When we are executing the same syllables through our footwork, we call it ta, thai, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, 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 thai, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, ta, ta. So why the difference? The difference is because when we are executing the 16 beats on the tabla, it is the sound of the tabla, and according to that we are naming the word according to the sound being created by the instrument. But dha or a dhin is not possible to create with the feet, though we are going to learn later on how we are going to execute them. But for the feet we use ta, because that's what the sound is created through the feet. We say ta, okay? Thai again, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, 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 thai, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, ta, ta. Alright, so that's how we do it. So can I request Muhammad Ali ji to do it with me again? So 1, 2, 3, start, go, ta, thai, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, 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 thai, thai, ta, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, ta, ta. Alright, so anyone has any doubt or any question that you want to ask, or even if there is something that you would like to add, please let me know, my dear friends. Please raise your hands and you can unmute yourselves. Yes, please. You can physically raise your hand and we will be able to connect with you once you unmute yourselves. You can switch on your microphones, please. Unmute yourselves. If anyone has any doubt. Yeah. Yes, please.
Ma'am, at the tak, doesn't the foot, don't we have to raise the foot a bit, or is it like a proper flat tap?
See, I'm raising my feet. Yes, can I have your name once again, please?
I'm Prativya.
Prativya. Okay, can I have your country also, please?
Sri Lanka.
All right, lovely, lovely to connect. All right. So, how are we going to do it? I am actually raising my leg like this and I'm stamping my foot. All right. The knees are straight. So, the leg doesn't go too high. It is not going to go too high. It is not too high, but at a distance where I can actually create some sound. All right. And the leg falls flat on the ground. I will be telling you the difference. When I am placing my entire foot, the flat foot on the ground, it creates a sound like this. Okay. I have different ways of placing or hitting my leg. I can do it with the heel. There you see the difference. So when I am stamping my entire feet, it is like this, or now the stamping is different. It creates a different sound. But for the basic tatkar or basic way of hitting the foot, the basic strike happens when I am pulling my leg up, not too high, but a little above the ground, and I stamp my foot. And the leg is straight. For example, if I am bending my legs like this, can I request our team to show the entire myself, please? Yes. So, lovely friends, see, if I am not standing straight, or if I am bending my knees like this, my strike will be like this, which is not very effective, and neither is my position. So what I do is, I am keeping my knees straight, my knees are straight, so the strike happens like this. It is something similar to when, you know, if I am, I hope you don't do it, but if you are just punching somebody, you know, you cannot, how do you punch somebody? You will not do it like this, correct? You first pull your hand and then you punch. So the force happens when you are pulling your hand backwards and then pushing it in front. The same thing I am doing with my knees. So the knee, if the knee is bent, if the elbow is bent in case of a punch, the hit is not going to be too much. But if I have bent my elbow and then I am hitting, the hit will be much better, right? Similar is the case with the knee bend during our footwork. So what I am doing is, I am bending my knee a little higher, I am taking my leg a little higher above the ground, not too high as I mentioned, it is just this much, so it goes 8, 2, 3, 4, all right? And the distance which I am using for the right leg, it has to be similar, or in fact equal to the distance which is for the left leg. For example, I will not be doing this 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not going to be like this. The distance between both the legs being, you know, being lifted from the ground, it is going to be the same. So right distance is equivalent to the left distance. That is why the sound will be equal, all right? I will tell you the difference. Like if I am going with right leg higher and the left leg not as high, it is going to be now this is creating an unequal sound, but when I am you know, using both my legs with equal distance, the sound will be equal, like you see the difference. So the strike is only the knee bend and the strike, and the leg does not go too high. Is that all right, friend? My friend from Sri Lanka?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes. Anyone else? ASCC, kindly unmute yourself, please. Can I have your name and your country, please? Yes, my dear friend, please carry on. ASCC. Yes, my dear friend, kindly mute yourself. Budapest.
Namaste. Yes, I'm the
Namaskar.
student of Amrita Sherry Cultural Center, Budapest. My name is Sapna.
Yes, please,
And
madam.
I was just telling you that, yeah, we are okay and everything is clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. All right. So, anyone else, if anyone else has a doubt, please ask me. Yes, any friend of ours? Any friend of ours? Beijing. All right, my friend in Beijing. Yes, please. Go ahead. Yes, my friend from Beijing. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, please ask me.
Hello, question.
Yes, please ask me.
There's one question. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello,
can hear
is
you.
Yes. Okay. So we have a question that could you please do the Bhumi pronoun again, like continuously, because they want to see the continues, the whole
All
set
right.
of the Bhumi pronoun.
All right, of course I will do it again.
Thank you.
And I would
Thank
also
you.
request all of you to do it with me so that we are
Okay.
able to have a continuous thing to it. And just in case you face a doubt, please let me know. All right? So how do we do a Bhumi Pranam? I am going to take my hands towards my left. All right? Towards my left. I think your left will be this side. Some of the dancers do it from the right side, but we are doing it from the left side. All right? So I'm taking my hands towards the left and I go down. I touch the ground. When I stand up, I'm going to turn my hands like this and I do a tha. Is that clear? Let's do it again. All right? So it is like this. I am turning my hands. I'm touching the ground. And when I stand up, I'm going to turn my hands like this and do a dha. Would you like to would you like me to tell you how I'm turning my hands also? Yes? So the turning of hands is actually like this. I'm placing my right hand that is facing you and the left hand is facing me. So my right hand is, as I said, is facing you. The left hand is facing me and both hands are joined from the wrist. Okay? So what I do is, I am going to take my right hand towards the left without separating them. So it is going to be like this. All right? Is it clear, my dear friend? So I'll do it again. My right hand is facing you and the left hand is facing me. So I'm turning it like this and bringing both my hands together. When we do it many times, it is going to be, you know, it is going to become more flexible and more graceful with time. And then when it becomes more, when you are, you know, able to do it well, we can separate the wrists. But as of now, we will keep them together so that the hand doesn't go haywire. All right? Is that clear, my friend from Beijing? Is that clear? Yes, my friend from Beijing, is that clear?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's clear. Yes, thank you.
All right.
You hear me? Okay, thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, please unmute yourselves.
It's clear.
Yes, my friend, please unmute yourself. Yes, my friend. Anyone? All right. So now, Anandi ji, can I have you unmute yourself, please? Anandi. Kindly unmute yourself. We are unable to hear you. All right. I think there is some technical issue from your end, I believe, but that's all right. You can always mail us and you can write your queries and we will get back to you as well, all right?
Or in the chat.
Yes, you can message, you can type it and you can send it to us in case there is an issue with the microphone. Please type it and send it to us and I'll answer your query. Yes, my friend. All right. Okay. All right. So, as I mentioned, the way we have to strike our feet with the knees completely straight, no knee bends, and we are going to strike right and left legs equally. All right, as I also mentioned, friends, that in Kathak we use different combinations of footwork. So as I mentioned, right now what we are learning is how to strike the foot straight. All right. We also use heel, the heel alone. Okay. This is called the G. And at times we also use a slide of the foot, which is used when I am portraying or performing a bowl of dadra, which is dha, dina, dha, tuna, 6 beats. So then I am going to use it like na, dha, di, na, tu, na. Okay. So this is another way of using the feet. Sometimes we also have a combination of the heel and the entire foot. So it is going to go like this, takite dikite tak. All right. So we go dikite tak, takite dikite, takite dikite tak, takite dikite tak, takite dikite tak, tak. So that's another way wherein I am using my entire foot with a combination of the heel. Sometimes the heel I am going to hit it like this. Sometimes it is going to be the foot sideways. So this becomes another pattern, and it is takite takite ghina. So it goes like theka. Sideways, the foot is now sideways, okay? All right, so this is the way. These are the different ways in which we will be learning how to strike our foot, okay? So in each of these patterns, the sound starts getting, starts getting different. Variations in sounds are created. So can I have the theka once again, and I'll tell you how the sounds vary. The entire foot, as I taught you, it is being done. Start, ta, the entire foot. I am going to use the slip now. Heel, foot with the heel, entire foot with the heel. Foot sideways. Another pattern is another. It is only the heels now, and the foot stand only once. All right. So as I mentioned, we will be using the foot in different ways, and as we do these permutations and combinations, we create different sound patterns, and that is called tatkar. All right, so a little introduction to the footwork, and now the basic position, the hand position in Kathak. Ladies and gentlemen, hands are, as I said, they are very important in dance. The more graceful the hands are, the more graceful is the dance. In dance, we call hands, we call them by the name of hastak. And these hands, these fingers, different combinations of the fingers can take form of different hand gestures, which we call the mudras. Okay? Single hand gestures are called asanyukt mudras and double hand gestures are called sanyukt mudras. The mudra that is the most prominent one in Kathak is called the Aral Hast. We always place our hands like this. Can I have all my friends doing it? So, my index finger is next to my thumb, and in some cases, some of the dancers do not attach it, but we generally attach these fingers, all right? In Kathak, we keep them attached. So, this is the Arala Hasta, and as you can see, my index finger is attached to my thumb, all right? Correct, absolutely. Yes, that's the way. And I place both my hands like this. Okay? So, placement of the hands is here, and what we need to think about and be careful about is that my shoulder should not go above or below. My elbows have to be in line with my shoulder, not too close. The hands have to be a little apart, all right? Because when I do that, my body position becomes better. Otherwise, if I am pulling my hands like this, my shoulders start drooping. So, in order to give it a graceful look, I am going to pull up my back, and the position is like this, all right? Okay. So, that's yes, brilliant. I can see some of my dear friends doing it perfectly, all right? So, as I mentioned, the hands stay like this, okay? Like this. Can I show you again? Yes. This is the Aral Hasta, and the hands are not joined. They are away from each other, okay? They are away from each other because I have to make my body and my shoulders graceful. Okay, so it is like this. Absolutely brilliant. I see my lovely friends doing it absolutely perfectly. I should rather be clapping for you. Brilliant. All right, so good to see everybody like this. All right, so now what happens is that whenever I am taking my hand or my hands away from this position, my fingers are going to open. For example, I am taking my hand up. So, at that time my fingers are open, but when I bring them back to my initial position, my basic position, they again come back to this position. All right? Is that okay with everyone? Yes? So, this is my basic position of Kathak, and as I mentioned, this is the Aral Hasta, the single hand gesture. We have many of them, and I will be talking about all these gestures, especially when we talk about Krishna, which we will be learning in the later classes, all right? Yes. So, what we can actually do is, I am going to teach you the first basic hand gesture also, okay? So, I will be teaching you the first. All right. Okay. So, as I think we are about to finish with the 1 hour class. Okay. So, these hand gestures we are going to continue in the next class, and as I mentioned, the initial position is like this, the Aral Hast is like this, and do not droop your shoulders, your back has to be straight. For example, if I am pulling down my shoulders, it is going to be this way, but when I am pulling up my shoulders and the hands are a little away, it is going to be like this. So, whatever movement that I am doing, I keep my shoulders straight, all right? Whether it is a turn, whichever way I am doing it, whatever hand movement it is, the elbows don't droop, the elbows remain straight. And one important thing is that if I am doing this, the other hand has to be alert. Like if I am doing this, the other hand cannot go down. So this creates body awareness. I have to be conscious of the left side as well. Okay, so we are just going to wind up the class about whatever we've done, we've learned today. Any of my friends has any doubt, please ask me. Yes, any of my friends, any doubts?
Everything was clear, thank
Excuse me,
you.
ma'am. Can I ask this question?
Yes, please ask me.
Madam, I am not very clear about that. You have said thakita, dhikita, that footsteps. I think I am not very clear about that.
Yes,
Can you
takita
please-
dhikita, all right. I'll just tell you about it. Of course, I will be teaching them in detail, okay. This was just an introduction class, but I will be telling you how to do takita dhikita. You want to learn? Of course, I will teach you. So it's actually, I'm just going to, the first ta is the entire foot I'm stamping. So it's ta, ki is with the left heel. So ta, ki and ta is with the right heel, and dhi again is the left entire foot, ti again is the right heel, and ta is left. So it is ta, ki, ta, dhi, ki, ta, and taka goes ta, ka. All right, so it becomes right heel, heel, left heel, heel, right heel. So there goes takita, dhikita, taka. All right, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. That seems like Laikari. I think I will be more concentrated about that. Thank you so much for your answer.
Absolutely, and you can keep increasing the speed gradually. So anyone has any doubts? Otherwise, I will be just recapitulating everything. All right, my dear friends, so let's start recapitulating the class. Today in this, our very first class, we have learned about the history of Kathak, the basic elements of Kathak, and the costumes of Kathak, a little briefing about it. Then we learned how to do the Bhumi Pranam, which we are going to do now. We are going to wind up with the Bhumi Pranam. And we also did the basic tatkar of 16 beats, which we call the Teen Tal. Let's do it once again before we wind up the class. Let's do it once again, friends. Please do it with me. 1, 2, 3, start. Right, do, teen, char, left, do, teen, char, right, do, teen, char, left, do, teen, with the words ta, thai, thai, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, ta, thai, thai, ta, a, thai, thai, ta, ta. And we also learned the basic hand position in Kathak, which is the Aral Hast and the hands placed here. All right. As I mentioned, the elbow is on the shoulder level. It doesn't droop and it remains like this. All right. The Aral Hast is the basic position. Whenever my hand goes, away from it, it is going to open. But while I bring my hand back, it assumes the position of Aral Hast. All right. So I hope it's clear to you, and you can always go back to the YouTube channel Roots to Roots, and you can visit our website www.rootstorooots.com, or you can also download our application through Google Play and App Store. You can keep visiting our YouTube channel Roots to Roots and see these videos again. Or else, if you have any inquiry, or you want to say something, or you want to drop a message for us, please do that at school@rootstorooots.com. All right, everyone, my dear friends, we wind up today's class with a Bhumi Pranam again. So let's do the Bhumi Pranam again. Can we go again? So we go 1, and we stand up, All right. So there goes we come to the end of our first dance class, and I hope you will be joining us for the rest of our classes, and I hope through this platform, this digital platform, and an initiative by Roots to Roots and the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, we will be able to connect together through the digital platform and learn the beautiful dance form of Kathak. Namaskar to all of you. Bye.
Namaskar. Thank you.